Hello, and welcome to my fifth video, no longer going over just the Constitution. Now we're going to go over the structure of our federal government in a much more detail. So first we have to understand that our federal system, as implemented through the Constitution, is defined through two different structures. The first is through multiple levels of government, such as the federal government is made up of national governments and state and local governments. So the federal government is both national and state and local, and it's all incorporated together. And the second structure of our federal system, specifically with the national government, is how the national government isn't just one government, it's made up of several branches of government, three, each established by the first three articles of the Constitution. So we have levels of government, national and state, and then we have branches of government, legislative, executive, and judicial. Okay, so I want to go ahead and take this picture from my government textbook, The Challenge of Democracy, by Janda. Janda's Challenge of Democracy, and I want you to go ahead and look at this picture. This picture shows the general electoral process, and if you can sort of see, each yellow box represents a person voting. That's a citizen voting. So the only process by which the Constitution originally allowed for direct voting was for the qualified voters to vote for the House of Representatives. That's the only one that goes directly from the voter into the government. The Senate would be through the states, as you can see. The voters would vote for this in the state legislatures, and the state legislatures would elect the senators. And then for the president, the voters would vote, and then the electoral college would vote based off of the popular vote. So, and that's also through the states. Now, electoral college we'll get into in more detail in another video, but I just want to go over that and show how even the electoral process breaks up into voting on different levels, incorporating, even for the national seats of government, incorporating the states. So next I want us to go ahead and sort of take a brief look into public policy and how it's made and implemented. So we can see right here with this other picture that just for the national government, how each branch of government has checks and balances on the other branches. This is how our federal system maintains that no branch of the national government maintains too much power. As you can see, the legislative branch is the branch that makes the laws, the executive branch executes the laws, executive executes, and judicial interprets the laws. But each branch has a role in the other branch's jobs. For example, the Senate, which is part of the legislative branch, approves the president's treaties and appointments to ambassadors and such. And the executive can veto legislative laws or bills. They're not laws until the president signs it. And then the judicial branch, or the Supreme Court, through the interpretation of the court's interpretation of the third and fourth articles, or third and sixth, sorry, which is judicial review, can make laws of Congress and acts of the president unconstitutional. So the point is they all have a general influence on the other branches that we call checks and balances to make sure that no one branch has too much power. So anyway, so that's dealing with the national government and how the national government sort of regulates itself. But whenever it implements policy, it can also implement policies onto the states. So just want to look at this really quick. And I'm definitely coming up to 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here.